G'day, I'm Rex Prime, and today we're gonna play. Today we're gonna play Broken Sword: The Smoking Mirror, the second game from the Broken Sword franchise. Is it called a franchise or just series? Doesn't matter.
This must be the place. Professor Ubier's house.
Looks pretty creepy. I'd been away from Paris and hadn't seen Nico for nearly 6 months.
The volume
I
mixing
wanted to
is
celebrate
kind
our
of bad.
reunion, but she had other plans. An appointment with an archaeologist. Something to do with a Mayan stone she came across while researching a story. The guy who answered the door didn't look much like an archaeologist to me. I had a bad feeling about this.
Why is Nico yellow? Sorry, is that not okay to ask? One second. Let's maybe lower slightly. Maybe like that. Think.
There were only 3 things I didn't like about spiders. The way they looked, the way they moved, and the fact that they lived on the same planet as me. This spider was big, mean, and hairy, and definitely not a native of Europe.
Okay. Just checking.
I glanced over the books, vaguely hoping to find a copy of How to Deal with Poisonous Spiders While Tied to a Chair. No such luck. But I noticed one corner of the bookcase was supported by a loose block of wood.
This has more of a comic feeling than the previous game.
The bookcase was too big and heavy to move.
Right.
I thought that I ought to free myself before examining the furniture.
Okay.
The block of wood had been used to replace the original foot of the bookcase. Maybe I'd been a little heavy-handed, but it was a question of survival. Of course, I was still tied to a chair in a burning house with no means of escape. The bookcase had been anchored to the wall by a protruding metal bracket. It had sheared off as the bookcase had fallen, leaving a jagged edge. one mighty bound, our hero was free. Now, I had to deal with that fire. I had no further use for the bracket. It was the chair I'd been tied to. The rope was shredded and no possible use to me. The rope was shredded and no possible use. Yellow pus was seeping from below the bookcase. That spider was very squashed. I wasn't touching that spider goo. The projecting bracket had served its purpose. There was nothing else I could do with it. I had no time to sit around. The bureau had a sliding lid.
Well, I feel like I don't have much to say right now.
Inside, I found a bottle of tequila.
Well, grab it.
Normally, I didn't drink strong spirits, but today was far from normal. Ew. Disgusting. Not only did the tequila burn like hell, I just managed to stop myself from swallowing the worm. It was a half bottle of tequila. It was a closed drawer. In the drawer was a small decorated pot.
Right.
Even if I had the time, I wouldn't be able to get to the books beneath the heavy case. The bookcase had fallen on its front, making it impossible to reach the books inside. What looked like a little shriveled wiener lay on the carpet. Thankfully, it was only the worm from the tequila bottle. Well, I wasn't going to eat it, but life had taught me one thing. No matter how unlikely it seems, the strangest objects have their uses.
Yeah.
Even tequila worms.
Right.
Ubier and his wife, I guess. Nice couple. The photograph wasn't any use to me.
You just said that the strangest items can be of use.
It was Nico's bag. It was a stylish little canvas number containing a lipstick, a handwritten note, and a pair of nylon panties with a large love heart emblazoned across the front. It occurred to me that Nico's tastes must have really changed while I was away. Well,
Just keeping
they
them
could
in
be
her
useful.
bag? No, where's the inventory? Okay. A little face on this guy.
It was that itsy-bitsy tequila worm. I really must remember to take it out of my pants before I send them to the laundry. It was Nico's lipstick. It wasn't my color. And it reminded me of clowns.
Clowns.
I guess I had no business reading the note, but I figured it might give me a clue to what Nico was involved in. It was from Andre Lobineau, the history student Nico had known at college. The letter was sentimental mush, and revealed that the exotic lingerie, as he called it, was a gift from him.
Okay.
It gave his telephone number. Lobineau figured himself as a rival for Nico's affections, but I couldn't believe that that creep was in the running.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like examine everything while the house is burning.
The pot contained a key. It looked like a house key. It was a pair of red, lace-trimmed panties decorated with a large black satin heart.
Right, enough.
It was a needle-sharp dart with a flight of green and yellow feathers. That dart was sharper than a mosquito's business end, but this didn't deter me from getting it anyway.
Yeah.
In the cabinet's wooden door was a very small keyhole.
Alright.
The key was way too large to fit into that tiny keyhole.
Can I still open it?
The cabinet was locked. It was a soda fountain, perfect for mixing with drinks or squirting at clowns. There was no pressure in the siphon. I guess it was out of gas.
Alright.
The fire had taken hold and ignited part of the polished wooden floorboards. I racked my brains to think of a way to improvise a fire extinguisher. If only I'd stopped for a coffee at the airport.
There are tons of rugs here. we could
It
smother
was the
the
box
fire.
that spider had crawled from. I wasn't going to touch the box after that spider had been inside it.
Perhaps we can throw the leather. No, okay. What is this? Notes. Alright, I ain't reading all that. Jump through the window.
The bars attached to the window would prevent anyone getting in. They also stopped me from getting out.
Jump through.
I wasn't
Through?
going to get through
Through?
those sturdy bars.
Oh, the bars.
This window had bars too. The room was a prison. I wasn't going to...
Okay. Okay. What do I have in my inventory? What? Right.
The door blocked my only means of escape. The door blocked...
Wait, what are you saying?
The door blocked my only means of escape.
What do you mean? The door doesn't block your mean of escaping it. It's the fire. Alright. Don't tell me I'm gonna have to use a hint at the first obstacle.
The red and yellow pot had black decorative markings shaped like hands. Weird mutant hands, that is.
Sure, it's not just like child hands. Alright, fine. Where is this? Oh, alright, so the siphon is out of gas. Where will I find to recharge it? That's a good question. A really good question. The worm? What? Okay. I can't open the cabinet because the key is too large. Can I pick up the bag?
I'd already ransacked Nick, and besides which, the color didn't suit me.
Well, okay. Got a fashionista over here. How do I... Tequila?
I'd drunk enough.
Maybe I can grab the siphon again?
There was no pressure in the siphon. I guess it was out of gas.
I got some gas right here. And then I make a fart noise. Where? Alright, fine. Where will I find the recharge? Right, I'm gonna try again. Okay. This is lipstick. I don't know, the dart? Maybe I can pick lock with the dart? Of course I can.
As I released the lock, something blew the doors open. Inside the cabinet was a small metal object, round at one end with a valve at the other. It was a small metal cylinder.
Wait, what did they say?
Inside the cabinet was a small metal object, round at one end with a valve at the other. The cabinet
What
was
does that
already
mean?
open.
Okay. Mean.
That cylinder was hot. I couldn't pick it up with my bare hands.
Oh, come on, stop. Yeah, let me guess.
The panties I'd found in Nico's bag were just what I needed to wrap around the
I
hot
knew it.
cylinder.
Oh my god. Right, cylinder and siphon. I don't even know what a
cylinder
siphon
gave out
is.
a faint hiss as the valve opened. Now I
Just a
had
water
one
spray?
primed up and ready to use extinguisher.
Well, water is not really a good extinguisher against oiled fires. Or oil-based fires.
With a well-aimed
Fires?
squirt of his soda fountain, our unshakable hero saved the day. Now
What?
it was time to start looking for Nico.
I swear. Max speech volume. Say something.
It was a soda fountain, perfect for mixing with drinks or squirting at clowns.
I think that's fine. Alright. Open the door.
I wasn't gonna burn myself on that red-hot doorknob, and it wasn't the time for subtlety.
Oh, okay. I thought he wanted me to use the panties again. Why am I getting achievements for every little thing I'm doing?
It was Ubier's telephone. It was a folded clipping taken from a newspaper.
Alright. Oh, now it's quiet.
I'd found a piece of newspaper folded in two. It referred to a forthcoming eclipse of the sun. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be visible from Europe. The best place to view the eclipse would be Mexico.
But where are we right now?
It was Ubier's telephone. Much as I disliked him, Labano might be my only hope of finding Nico. Hi, Andre?
Who is
Oh.
this?
It's George Stover.
Oh, why is he
Nico's
speaking in
boyfriend?
my right ear?
Don't you mean ex-boyfriend?
Look, I didn't call you just to pick a fight. I need to talk to you
Oh, I
about
don't
Nico.
like that.
Can't you accept she's just not interested in you?
Listen, Andre, we need to talk. Nico's life depends on it.
Okay. You remember the cafe at Montfaucon?
Sure.
Just saying so.
Andre? You'd better show, you creep.
Hey, you remember that
I
place?
felt an
Anyway,
irrational
bye.
urge to wipe my ear.
Oh, the telephone call was horrible to my right ear.
The door led to some other part of Ubier's mansion.
Alright, let's go there.
It was locked.
Then we unlock it.
The house key didn't fit this lock.
Alright, fine.
The front door was made of hard wood, supported by a sturdy frame.
And it's gonna be locked, so here's the key. Music, please play again.
I unlocked the door.
Oh,
I
amazing.
wasn't looking forward to meeting Labano again, but he was my only link with Nico.
I remember this place. This is where the Templars
There
got
was no
hanged.
sign of Labano when I got to the cafe. I decided to order a coffee and wait for him.
And here sat the police officer. Maybe that's him. Just,
It was a
Retired.
small silver flask from which the man was topping up his glass. The man at the next table looked somehow familiar.
100% the police officer.
Pardon me, but don't I know
What's going on?
Huh?
you? You were here the day I found the catacombs.
I was? Ah, yes. I remember you.
Yeah. Are you still in the
Oh
police
my
force?
God.
No, not anymore. I'm a man of leisure. And what
You've always
brings you
been-
back to Paris?
A second. Oh, I can't open up the settings. What brings me back to Paris? Oh,
My girlfriend.
What it is to be young and in love. Will you share a bottle of wine with me?
Hey, listen, I'd love to, but I need to keep a clear head.
So my company isn't good enough for you.
can I please? Not inventory. Ah, there's nothing to fix the audio balance. Max achievements. Wait, let me check, just real quick. Is there any way I can fix this? Broken Sword 2. Imbalanced audio during dialogue, maybe? Yeah, Steam. Too much. Broken Sword 2 requires, to my knowledge, OpenAL. Have a look in the Insta folder. Sorry, I should have mentioned. Let's bundle with that. Sorry, I can't help much. I'm not a window user. Having the same issues. It's a perfectly fine game without any issues. OS used before, what year? How can I be the only one with this issue? In conversation, I mean, whenever a character is talking to another, I hear him only in one ear. Left or right depends on where the face shows up. So, I think there is no real solution to this problem. The only way is to buy an Android version and play on your phone or emulate. Right, dude. But for future, anyone, you can make your PC audio just play in mono instead of stereo. Well, I'm not doing that. How do so many people have this issue and no one is providing with an answer? Everyone just agrees they have this issue. Jesus Christ. 1 second. I read a post similar. We need more information. Blah blah blah. Alright, I'm gonna sue this company later. Just gonna have to accept that.
Tell me what you make of this
I
note.
hate this.
From my years of experience, I gained a pretty good insight into handwriting. I'd say that note was written by a compulsive, obsessive type with an Oedipus complex.
Hey, you got just about everything apart from the ponytail.
Right, let's check if that helps.
What do you make of this news?
Alright, I fix it for you at
Orphanage
least.
Supplied fast food chain?
No, it's the article above that.
Oh! Total eclipse of the sun. Well, that's very dull in comparison. I don't know anything about eclipses.
I changed the game audio in OBS to mono.
What do you make of this dart?
I remember a case where the victim was killed with just such a device. The poison acted in seconds, causing his body to swell up like an inflatable life raft.
Right.
What's that you're drinking?
It's wine.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a Professor Oubier?
No, monsieur. I don't recall the name.
Well, apparently he's an expert on Mayan art and history.
A little out of my field of experience, monsieur. If he'd been a serial killer or a sodomite,
Wait, did I
I
fix
might
it?
have been able to help.
Now it's fixed, definitely. I don't know if I had to transition.
Why did you leave the police?
I was forced to retire. The golden handshake. Only in my case, it was more copper than gold.
I don't know what that means.
How come?
I was made a scapegoat to cover up the department's inefficiencies.
I wonder how that sounds with pure monotone. Gonna have to check in the VOD later.
Oh, garçon.
Never mind.
He ignored me. I'm sure it was deliberate.
Isn't garçon like a slang or something?
It was too hot to sit inside the cafe. Besides, I might miss Labino. It
Yeah,
was
like-
too hot
like
to sit inside
dude.
the cafe.
But they don't have air conditioning? Oh wait, I'm just gonna grab his flask.
I couldn't snatch the man's flask while he was looking.
Right, what do you want me to do? Here, look at this.
He wouldn't have wanted that. I had nothing else I wanted to ask the... It was a small silver flask from which the man was topping
wait.
up his glass.
Maybe now?
The man was still looking.
Okay.
Hey, you. What? I'd like a cup of coffee if you don't mind.
I do mind.
Finish serving this gentleman.
You can serve multiple people. Right, look away. Oh, he actually brought me coffee.
Un café.
Thanks. Look at this. A poison dart.
Ah oui, sure.
It's the real thing. Knocked my girlfriend out cold in a matter of seconds.
Romantic. Sounds like a real close relationship you have going.
Do you know that man over there?
I should think so. He's a regular customer.
Have you heard of Professor Oubier?
Oui. He married that actress, the little dachshund. They used to come here. The nutty professor and the movie star.
Wait, perhaps I can check. Let's see if I can monitor my own audio.
If Oubier's wife was a movie star, how come I never heard of her?
She was big in France.
Whatever.
The world doesn't stop at Hollywood. Her stage name was Carol Climax. She died in suspicious circumstances.
How did Oubier's wife die?
I heard he shot her.
And got away with it?
He had a good lawyer and a watertight alibi.
Why would an eminent public figure like Oubier risk everything for murder?
He wouldn't be the first, would he? Besides, people like him always get off.
Okay.
Do you know a guy called André Lobineau?
Oui, I know him. What of it?
I'm supposed to meet him here. Did I miss him?
Yeah,
No.
the audio.
I have not seen him today.
What does that guy keep pouring out of his flask?
Absinthe.
Absinthe? I thought that was highly dangerous and outlawed in France.
It is. Don't look at me, I didn't sell it to him.
That's all.
Thank you.
Back to my regular headphones.
Well, well, this is a surprise, Georgie.
I wouldn't normally call you,
Jesus Christ, the audio
but
mixing.
Nico's in trouble, Andre. Deep trouble. You have to help me find her.
What? What have you dragged her into this time?
It was you that recommended Professor Oubier as an expert on Mayan art. Now his butler has kidnapped her, and he tried to kill me.
Every time she gets involved with you, there is trouble. Walking out on her was the best thing you could do.
My father was dying, damn it. I had no choice.
Well, she soon recovered once she went back to her old friends.
Drop it, Andre. Right now, Nico's in danger, and we have to work together.
So, how can I help?
Nico needed to speak to Oubier about a stone.
Oh, you mean this stone?
Yeah, just carrying it around everywhere.
So that's what all the trouble's about.
Precisely. Nicole told me to guard it with my life.
Well, it's worth more than that, surely.
Oh, very funny.
What's funny is that your life really is on the line.
What are you talking about?
The stone is a Mayan artifact, dummy, and the guy who kidnapped Nico was from Central America. It was
How
the
could you
stone
tell?
they were after.
Oh my god, you mean I could be in danger too?
Yeah, so you should probably give it to me.
What can you tell me about this pot?
South or Central American, I'd say. I have a friend who'd be able to tell you more.
Where can I find this guy?
He owns a gallery on the left bank. The Gliese Gallery.
What do you think this is, Andre?
I don't know.
I'll give you a clue. It's got more backbone than you.
You think you're amusing, don't you?
Does Ubier employ a guy from Central America?
Maybe. I don't know.
You never been to his house? I thought you guys were pals.
Fellow academics, Georgie. It's not quite the same thing.
Why didn't Nico take the stone to Ubier?
I don't know. Perhaps she suspected something like this would happen.
If she's been hurt, Andre, I'll break every bone in your body.
No, that's typical of you. Do you think I don't care what happens to Nicole?
It occurred to me that slugs don't have bones to break, but I kept that thought to myself. Tell me about your friend Ubier.
He's more of a professional acquaintance than a friend.
I see. So you don't really know him at all.
No, I don't.
What do you suppose the carving on the stone means?
I don't know. I haven't shown it to anyone.
Why don't you just give it to me?
I don't want your death on my conscience, George.
As if you would
Where
care.
did Nico get the stone?
I'm not sure I should tell you.
Oh, you should.
It was something to do with smuggling.
See you later.
Goodbye,
What?
Georgie.
Such oblivion dialogue. Meanwhile, several hundred kilometers away.
I've had enough of your games, Kala. Tell me what you've done with my stone.
I thought your business was simply smuggling cocaine, Karzak. Why are you so interested in that stone?
Either you tell me what I want to know, or Pablo here will make you talk.
Okay. Well, I figured someone at the university would be able to help. So I had a word with one of my girlfriends, and she told me her boyfriend was a lecturer. I sent the stone to the Department of Ethnology. You know, I figured it was South American, so... You're not buying this, are you?
That's enough. I don't have time to listen to your mindless prattle. We'll leave you to think it over. Come the morning, you'll be ready to talk.
Alright.
I'm trying to find my girlfriend. She's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped?
Yeah, it was our first day back together after many months.
That's too bad. My God, that's depressing.
He's crying?
Excuse me.
Leave me alone.
Oh no. I locked myself out from other dialogues options.
I grabbed the flask and was struck by a powerful smell of absinthe, a highly potent and illegal alcoholic drink.
Is absinthe even a drink?
Excuse me.
What?
I thought it was like pure alcohol, which would
I've been
probably
looking
kill you.
forward to seeing my girl, but she wanted to rush off to see some professor.
I see. And you think she's having an affair with this professor?
Look, forget it. It doesn't matter. Ever heard of Carol Climax, the movie star?
Yes, but I don't care for the kind of movie she's made. It's smut like that which has caused the moral decline of the Western world.
Is it true that Carol Climax was murdered by her husband?
Why are we talking
I
about
heard
this
it.
actress so much?
I thought she just retired.
Do you miss being a gendarme?
Yes, of course I do. When I wore that uniform, I commanded the respect. Not anymore.
Excuse me.
Leave me alone.
Alright. Can I leave? Can I drink? Can I leave?
It was too hot to sit inside.
What should I do?
You need anything else?
There was nothing I wanted to say to him.
Why is this game so difficult?
Excuse me.
What?
Didn't you try to appeal against your dismissal?
Oh my
There was no point. It was my word against that of the chief inspector.
Oh.
He was a close friend of the
Also?
director of the museum I was supposed to be patrolling.
No, he wasn't chief director.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Now what?
The waiter's stained and crumpled clothes. Looked as if they'd been slept in. I decided not to bother with a meal. Excuse me.
What?
Which museum was it you were supposed to be patrolling?
The Kroon. It wasn't as if anything important was stolen. Just a rusty old tripod.
The tripod I'd returned a few weeks later.
Oh. Oh, I mean, you didn't return it. It was Nico.
Excuse me.
What?
I had nothing else I wanted to ask the gendarme.
Okay. Right, he left. Now I'm stuck in this animation loop.
It was the newspaper clipping referring to the imminent eclipse. Wrapped inside it was another small piece of paper. It was a bank statement for Ubier's account from an automatic telling machine. The last 5 withdrawals were for large amounts, and all made in Marseille.
You need anything else?
There was nothing I wanted to...
Jesus Christ, this game.
It was Ubier's bank statement. It was the letter to... Sickening. It was the newspaper...
To move forward, I don't know. Oh, okay, I found it.
I had no desire to go down into the sewers. I had no
But you love being in the sewers. You even got a nickname. Don't remember
Now
what.
I had another lead. I could either go back to Ubier's house or visit the Glee's gallery.
We'll go to the gallery.
The Glee's gallery had style and class, but very few customers.
Do we have? Okay, tab doesn't do anything.
I couldn't believe it. The pots were marked at 5,000 francs each. As far as I could tell, the pots were almost identical to the one I'd found in Ubier's house.
How much
At that
is a
price,
franc?
I wasn't going anywhere near those pots.
Francs to USD. Okay. Oh wait, that's Swiss francs. Oh, never mind. Didn't know that Switzerland still used
The wasteland.
francs.
Too minimalistic for too much money. The wasteland. The girls were in a world of their own.
Right.
Hi, girls.
Alright, just ignore me.
What's the joke?
isn't it?
I don't have my Google Translate
Okay,
on.
fine.
Can I talk to them
I
again?
wanted to be laughed at. There was always Nico.
Did they say? Alright.
The glass was half full of
Just
wine.
Just gonna stand right next to him and look.
The way that guy was gripping the glass, I'd need a wrench to get away from him. He was a pear-shaped guy with a fine display of multiple chins. Are you Mr. Glees, the owner?
Good God, no.
Then I guess that must be him over there, right?
Your powers of deductive reasoning astound me.
Would you give me your opinion on this pot, sir?
Don't break it.
Yes. Very rapouche.
Rapouche?
Hideous.
What the hell do you think you're doing? You smashed my pot.
Certainly, it was not only worthless, it was ugly and offensive.
To you, maybe.
Believe me, I was doing you a favor.
Can I smack this
What's
guy?
that you're drinking?
I'm not sure, but I have a suspicion it might be urine. Glees can't expect a favorable criticism of his gallery when he serves this muck.
If only I still had my sewer key.
That pot you smashed belonged to Professor Ubier.
Did it really? I thought the man had more taste.
What's the difference between my pot and all those other pots?
Yours is broken.
Why, you smug,
And soon
pompous
you'll
sloth.
nose be broken.
Sticks
as well.
and stones, dear boy, sticks and stones.
I wasn't going to waste any more breath talking to that pompous blimp. Maybe I could turn the situation to my advantage, and at the same time, get my revenge.
Oh, I think I know.
The pot had smashed into too many pieces to retrieve. A valuable relic of an ancient civilization lay smashed on the floor. He looked like an older version of Labano, the same supercilious expression, the same disdain in his eyes, and the
Same
same
hair.
damned ponytail.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Certainly, sir. I'd be most happy to oblige.
You're English?
He really
These
does
days, one
look.
prefers to think of oneself as European.
Sure.
These days.
Whatever you say.
Okay.
And how precisely may one assist you, sir?
These days, people. Okay. Sorry. That's such a weird. Whatever.
I found this news story referring to a total eclipse of the sun.
Really, sir? Well, fascinating.
Wow.
There is a gentleman over there who seems to be enjoying your wine.
I can't think why. It was very cheap.
Do you get many Central American Indians in here?
No, sir. This is Paris. Central America is several thousand kilometers southwest of here. Straight
wow.
across the Atlantic Ocean and turn left. You can't miss it.
Well, as it
Thanks for the
happens,
directions.
I saw some Central American Indians this very morning.
Tourists, sir. Paris is full of them at this time of year.
Tourists or Central Americans?
Have you heard of Professor Ubier?
Of course. His name is synonymous with Mayan art. A number of these artifacts were supplied by Ubier himself.
Do you believe the story that Ubier murdered his wife?
Oh, that's
If
what
it
we
was
were
true,
talking about
who
the
could blame
actress so
him?
much.
She was an opportunist tramp. Well, that's what I heard.
Hard to pay attention when the audio is coming from one ear.
Have you seen any of Ubier's wife's films?
Only one. Believe me, I was appalled, shocked, disgusted, and repulsed.
Well, you sure got your money's worth. Last time I went to the movies, I wasn't even titillated. What I really wanted to ask you about was a black stone.
A black stone?
Yeah, it's a Mayan artifact, about as big as my hand.
No, sir, one doesn't get much call for black stones. If it's Mayan artifacts you're interested in, I have some rather exquisite pots.
So did I, until that slob smashed it.
I do wonder why they decided to have these pictures.
I suppose you have an import license for these relics?
Of course. But that's not my problem, sir. The professor arranges all the shipping. We simply collect the items from the docks.
Could you tell me which docks Professor Ubier uses to import the artifacts?
Good God, no. I can't possibly reveal my commercial secrets.
I have some questions I'd like to ask about those pots.
The Mexican collection? Certainly, sir.
Where did you get them from?
Mexico, of course. I think, sir, we'll find the price extremely reasonable.
Hey, I'm not interested in buying them.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, you'll excuse me.
Wait, that guy
There's
smashed my
nothing
pot.
else I wanted to ask the man.
That guy smashed my pot.
The pot
Pot.
had smashed into too many
Pot.
pieces to retrieve.
Pot.
It was a machine for reading credit cards.
Alright, I'll
I
have
had
it.
no possible use for a credit card reader. The pot had smashed into
Alright.
spheres in a barren waste. Oh, very profound. Spheres.
Alright, so now what?
There was nothing else. It was glee. I'd had enough of time.
Okay. Can I grab a pot and have him break it as well?
At that price, I wasn't I couldn't believe it. The pots were...
Alright. Oh my god, do I have to check the hint again?
It was a sturdy packing case.
Yeah, just gonna walk behind.
Excuse me, sir. That area is private.
Oh, so I'm not allowed back here?
No, sir.
That's what private means. Can I talk to him now? Come on.
There was nothing else. There was nothing else. Rectangles in a desolate landscape. Highly cubist. I could see a pattern emerging in this artist's work.
How can I get back there? By distract. My kid.
I'd had enough of talk. The way that guy was gripped. A valuable.
Maybe I can talk to them again. Although I doubt it.
There was nothing. If I wanted to be laughed at, the girls were in a world of their own.
Did you just lick the glass? Or glass? Okay. Maybe I can put some aspen.
I splashed a little absinthe into the glass and hoped he wouldn't notice the change of color.
Isn't absinthe like clear?
Did you put something in my drink?
Yeah, I did. Well, what do you think?
Well, it's certainly an improvement over Gleese's wine. In fact, I could grow to like it.
You want more?
Allow me.
Just dump the whole thing. Oh no, this guy just... Oh, sorry, I shouldn't be laughing at that. It's like $1 million. Why am I getting back here?
There was nothing in the case but styrofoam packing, but pasted on the side was the remains of a label. It was a label bearing a company. Underneath the logo of a flying bird were the words Condor Transglobal Mars. The rest of the label was missing. It was beginning to make sense. Oubier had organized Nico's abduction. Oubier withdrew money from Marseille. Oubier was connected with Transglobal, who shipped their goods from a warehouse in Marseille. That's how the torn Transglobal label had once read. Marseille, not Mars. It wasn't much of a lead, but it was all I had. I set off immediately to catch the evening train.
Okay, but why would he abduct Nico?
It was almost dawn when I arrived in Marseille. I traced Condor Transglobal to a desolate dockside.
This reminds me of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, where the guy abducts his own archaeologist to recruit another one to find the one he abducted. It's so confusing. Alright. Just standing there. What am I doing?
The box contained nothing but blank forms.
Ouch! Gotcha! That'll learn you to leave things alone.
Why does he have an English accent?
The chimney was a metal pipe with a conical hat on top to stop the rain getting in.
Oh, that's why they have conical hats.
Ouch! That's hot.
Wow, learn something new.
It was a tall wire mesh fence. It was a mean-looking guard dog. Here, boy.
What's the big idea?
I don't know. The dog went berserk for no apparent reason.
He's trained to do that. The idea is to deter any would-be intruder.
Oh, I get it. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Just remember, he's a trained attack dog. A killer.
Am I in America right now?
It was a tall wire mesh fence.
Right, I shouldn't do that.
Didn't I tell you to stay away from the fence?
I was nowhere near it. It's that dog. He's crazy.
Hey, mind what you say. He's sensitive to negative criticism.
The gates were fastened with a heavy-duty padlock. Breaking steel padlocks with my bare hands was a feat I'd never mastered.
I'm surprised it didn't come out. Oh, I know what I'm supposed to do. But let's talk to the guy first. I think I'm supposed to feed the dog with the worm. Worm.
Do you know what time it is?
No, I don't wear a watch. As my dad used to say, I'm not into time, man.
What?
Well, you're too early.
What? Let me just digest that joke. I'm not into time. I'm not into time, man. I'm not into... Okay, no, I don't get it.
Take a look at this letter.
That's sick. Did you write it?
Oh, no. No, it's a letter from my girlfriend's admirer.
If I was you, I'd smack him in the mouth.
Well, that's not my style, but thanks for the advice. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, pal, what is it?
A poison dart used for hunting.
It's cool that at least the sprite is talking as well.
Mice?
No, monkeys and stuff. The tip is dipped in poison.
Hey, what you got against monkeys?
I love monkeys. I was just using them as an example.
Well, don't.
What's cooking?
Beans. You know a man can live on nothing but beans.
Yeah, I know.
Not this one.
I have a coworker who eats nothing but beans during lunch.
Don't you ever get tired of eating beans?
Sure I do. What do you take me for?
And what's
my
the
God.
alternative?
Peas. I can't eat them too often, though. They play hell with my digestion.
Okay, reminds me of
Have
my
you ever
coworker too
considered
much.
changing your diet?
What's wrong with beans and beer?
You need me to tell you? You're pumping out enough methane here to fill a dirigible. Have you ever heard of
Oh,
Professor
methane, because
Oubliette?
he's farting.
None of my friends are professors or anything like that.
No, wait, don't show that to him.
I have these very exotic panties.
Take them away, you pervert.
I'm looking for a young woman.
At the docks? What kind of woman do you have in mind?
You don't understand. It's my girlfriend I'm trying to find.
Well, I ain't seen her. And you should tell her, the docks ain't no place for a young lady. They're dirty and they're dangerous.
I'm certain my girlfriend was brought here when she was abducted.
What? Your girl was kidnapped?
Yeah. Struck down by an Indian with a poisoned dart.
Like the one you showed me?
The very same. I could tell he didn't believe me. Ever heard of Condor Transglobal?
Sure. They have a warehouse here.
Well, could
Yeah.
I take a look?
Not until after the holidays. Come back in a month.
I have to make a delivery to Condor Transglobal.
Where's your rig?
About half a mile down the road.
And you walked here?
Really?
Jeez, are you some kind of nut?
Nah, it was easy. I just put one foot in front of the other.
Good advice.
Are you gonna let me make my delivery?
Not without the paperwork. You get the papers, you make your delivery, and I get a fat backhander.
I was getting nowhere with the story about being a trucker.
What do you mean by ring? Did they say rig?
Do you know what kind of business Condor's involved in?
I'm paid to guard the gate. Their business is none of mine.
Does that dog belong to you?
Nah, it comes with the job. I just feed him every now and then.
There's
More
food.
then than now, I'd say. What's the dog's name?
20.
It's unusual for a dog.
It's his registration number. Security dog number 20.
Does number 20 have rabies?
Nah, just a bad attitude. Like I said, he's a trained attack dog. They took him when he was a puppy and messed with his head to make him the way he is.
What time is it anyhow?
The big hand's on the floor. Why aren't you in bed?
I can explain everything.
Never mind, I ain't that interested.
The big hand, you mean like the long one? Or a thick one? Short and thick?
What time do you open the gates?
7.
Do you mind if I hang out here till the dock's open?
Please yourself, but you'll have a long wait. It's Sunday, and tomorrow is the start of the national holiday. Everything is closed for a month.
What?
Well, wouldn't you just know it? I gotta go now, but I'll be back.
Can't wait.
A holiday that spans the whole month? Here.
That dog looked like he already had more worms than he needed.
I thought I could feed him. Alright, so I thought wrong. Maybe if I stuff the chimney? Oh, come on, you can stuff the chimney. Oh, come on.
The panties would not have been thick enough to shield this level of heat.
This? This?
Oh no.
I missed it. Wait, I can't do... It was nicer in the first game where I could just click on the item to move it. Because my mouse is being kind of strange sometimes. What am I supposed to do? Oh, wait, I guess I have to
Without a
poison
way
him.
of firing the dart, I would never have been able to propel it fast enough to puncture the
What,
mutt's
just
hide.
throw it at him.
Hey, 20.
Oh right, I could go behind the back here.
Stay away from that fence, asshole.
Alright.
A short stick of wood floated near the edge of the landing stage.
Alright, grab it.
The stick had a hook on one end. I figured it was a boat hook. For hooking boats.
Oh.
Bobbing up and down in the oily water was the watchman's discarded beer bottle.
Why does he have a trapdoor?
The bottle was just out of reach. Nothing was going to get me into that water if I could help it.
Yeah. I get it. Why am I trying to get a bottle? Make the dog drunk?
I just knew that boat hook would be useful for something. As for the bottle, even if I couldn't find a use for it, I'd cleaned up the dock a little.
I'm a good guy.
The platform was held up by a hinged bracket. I couldn't figure out what it was for. Maybe it was part of
Oh.
a structure which no longer existed.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Yep.
The guard dog was staring at me with a hungry look in his eyes.
Hey, 20.
What happens if I try to walk up? Wait, actually, let me save. Just to be safe. If I do anything dumb. Just... Hey, dude.
Excuse me? Huh? Who's there?
So dumb. Oh. Anyway, let's get this guy out of here. Why is there a drawbridge? Wait, didn't I remove it? What?
Stay
What?
away from that fence, asshole!
So what did I remove? I thought that this was the drawbridge to his house. Or hut. It's not that. He doesn't live here, I hope. Alright then.
I couldn't reach the packet.
Didn't even try.
I couldn't reach the bucket. I couldn't reach that far. I couldn't reach the cup. It was a filthy, stained coffee mug. It was a packet with a picture of a boxer dog on the front. It was an old iron stove, which heated the hut and the watchman's dinner. It was a large bucket filled with coal.
Okay.
The watchman was big and bulgy, like a sack of potatoes. His flushed and bloated face wore
Said
a sleepy,
potatoes.
amiable
Kinda
expression.
strange. For an
It
American, I
was
mean.
a box of blank forms.
Potatoes.
I could...
Yeah, I know. Try to...
I wasn't convinced that was the right thing to do.
What? He didn't even say anything. Okay, whatever.
No. No.
Yeah, I get it. Alright.
Hello?
Yeah, I get it. Funny joke. Right, can I put the bottle on the chimney? How do I?
The bottle was half filled with water. Maybe it would cool the cone down enough to touch it.
But why do I want to touch it?
Now I could see into the pipe which formed the chimney.
Alright. Bottle?
The bottle had blocked the chimney.
Alright.
And the hut was filling up with smoke.
Oh wow, dude, what happened? Valga,
Something
son.
wrong? Something wrong? I nearly choked to death.
Why don't you get some air? Take a long walk along the pier. I could stay here and watch the gate.
Oh no. You'd be through that gate as soon as my back was turned.
With that
Kind.
crazy dog around? Someday I hope to have kids.
What? I mean, I get the joke, but like, what? Alright, give me the biscuits. Apparently, they're called. Wait, they're just gonna leave? Oh, okay.
The packet was full of dog biscuits. That mug was a health risk. I decided to leave it where it was. Someone had once told me a piece of coal brought you luck.
What? Right, I guess.
Who was I to argue with irrational superstition? Baked beans in ketchup.
Wow, nice.
The box contained nothing but blank forms. Yow!
Why is this guy so stupid?
Stove equals heat, heat equals burn, burn equals excruciating pain.
Right, let me say once more. Wait, what does this percentage mean? I mean, I assume they're not telling me that the game is the game is already 24% done. Anyway, I saved, so now I can do something stupid.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Get the hell out of here.
Okay, just hold on to that dog.
Door smack. Still don't understand what this bridge was for.
It was a platform which could be raised or lowered.
Yeah, and what's the point of it? Where's the food?
Hey, 20.
Keep feeding him until he doesn't growl. Until he's not growling. See, I can English. Wait. Wait. Don't tell me. God, alright. Raise the gate. You monster. Throw the biscuit on the platform.
Hey, 20. Come and get it, boy.
I hope George goes to
I
hell.
felt a slight twinge of conscience as I prepared to give the dog a dunking. It soon passed. As I'd expected, the dog could swim like a... well, like a dog.
Yeah, I get it. Can I please? Am I gonna meet the dog later on? Later on. Jesus Christ, my English. Oh, there's the dog. Just checking. Alright. Right.
The doors looked 100 years old, but they were still very sturdy. It was a beautiful piece of 19th century engineering, but not a lot of use to me.
19th century. And I believe we are in the 20th century.
It read Pont de Nord, fine wine
20th.
producers.
20th?
I didn't recognize the label.
20th century. 20th century.
It read Condor Trans Global. I'd come to the right place. Now all I had to do was get inside.
Just all that I have to do. Oh my god, I can't.
The doors looked 100 years old.
Man, there's so much to do. Alright, alright. Go back. First, try to open the door. No, for the dialogue options. No, for the... Never mind.
A sturdy chain.
Yeah. Pont du Nord.
The sign looked as if it was firmly attached to the wall. Anyway, I didn't really want it as a souvenir. I couldn't reach the wheel and couldn't see any point in climbing up to it. A sturdy chain. This sign also looked firmly attached.
Right?
That door seemed to be the only way into the warehouse. There was a little grill set into the door. The din must have drowned out the sound of my knocking.
Or there's no one
The
inside.
grill opened from the inside.
Can't you open grills from the outside? I guess they could have a lock on the inside. Like one of those flimsy old bathroom locks.
Maybe there was a way in up there. It was a duct from a ventilation fan. The window wasn't fully shut. A fine old oak barrel. The clamp consisted of two metal jaws which would close when weight was applied to them.
I'm trying to think how that works, okay?
The metal housing prevented me from getting to the fan.
Oh wait, those are the guys.
It was a powerful fan. I couldn't reach the blades of the fan, which was just as well. If I'd stuck my fingers in there, I'd never be able to play guitar again.
No.
That did the trick. The fan clunked and shorted out as its blades were mashed by the boat hook.
Why am I doing this? The
Hey,
windows are...
You make
Okay.
any more noise, I break your arms.
That bully needed to be taught a lesson.
Garzak's already mad because we didn't get the stone. You give me any trouble, I'll tell him it was all your fault.
Karzak? That must be his boss. The boat hook was jammed in the dented fan blades. The fan was a real mess. A splintered boat hook, dented blades, and a shorted motor.
Okay. Am I just gonna have this panties the entire playthrough? I could have checked on them, but I guess I
The
don't
window
wanna.
looked like it hadn't been opened for many years. The window was jammed shut.
Okay, I guess keep doing that. What am I doing? Right. Can I...
The metal housing prevented me from getting to the fan. It was the creep who'd kidnapped Nico, and I had a score to settle. I decided there was a better way to attract their attention.
Okay.
The guy was partly hidden behind a stack of crates. I decided there was a better way to attract their attention. I decided...
Okay, fine. Maybe I go back down and knock on the door. I could also just keep trying to throw the barrels down. For whatever reason.
Who is it?
Pizza delivery guy.
Delivery? I didn't order pizza.
No? This is the Condor Trans-Global Shipping Company, isn't it?
I don't like pizza.
Oh, come on. Everyone likes pizza.
Maybe he was allergic to mozzarella.
How does he not recognize me?
Hey,
What now?
look. This pizza's been paid for. You might as well take it.
I told you, I don't like pizza.
Not even with extra olives?
I hate them. Olives are the devil's butt nuggets.
That face. He's in disbelief. Listen, I have this pizza, it's gonna get cold.
If you know what's good for you, you'll open this door.
What if I don't?
I'll kick your head in.
Okay, I'll come out, you creep.
Is this a good...
No.
Let's leave. Yay! First ending. Oh god, there are no autosaves, are there? Got an achievement and apparently it's... Why is this a rare achievement? It's so easy to get killed by him. Alright, whatever. Alright, how far have I gone?
Who is it?
Pizza delivery.
Pizza delivery.
I didn't.
No?
I don't like...
Oh, come.
Maybe he was a little...
Hey,
What now?
look.
I told...
Not even with...
I hate...
That face. He's in disbelief that someone can hate olives.
If you know what's...
What if I...
I'll kick...
Okay.
And I will leave immediately. And what do I do now? Jump on him? Start. Coal. Maybe I do that thing.
If you know what's good for you,
What if I don't?
I'll kick your head.
Okay.
Okay. Let's check through the window first.
No, that...
What do I do? Right. Let's try the barrels. Has it always been sliding down the ladder? 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 How do I say it? Ladder? Ladder. Fine, I'll just say it in American.
If you know what's...
What if I...
I'll kick...
Okay.
No idea what this is supposed to accomplish. And then I run in. Oh! I'm getting achievements for literally every action I'm doing. Okay, not literally. Hyperbole. Or metaphorically. Or hyperbole, as it is spelled. The guy is gone? Where did
The
I
only
get?
interesting thing I found was a small brass key. Among the paperwork which adorned the notice board was something which caught my eye. It was a delivery note from Condor Transglobal, and the address was Coramonte City.
Alright, I need the key, okay? Yeah, calm down.
It was locked. There was nothing else in the drawer. There was a notice board beside the desk with an assortment of paperwork on it. I'd need a crowbar or a stick of dynamite to open that cabinet, but I wasn't here to check out the filing system.
Or a key.
The little brass key didn't fit the lock.
Stop giving me keys that don't fit.
The room was filled with transglobal crates.
Maybe Nico is in one of them.
All the crates were firmly sealed.
Alright, fine. Where did that other guy go?
Whoa! Don't shoot! The little guy
I'm
had a
American.
blowpipe. That
Don't shoot.
confirmed my suspicions about what had happened to Nico. I waited for him to shoot me, but it didn't happen. Instead, he seemed to want to tell me something. What? What do you want? He seemed excited, almost desperate. What
Does he have
did
no
he
tongue?
want so bad? The guy was partly hidden behind a stack of crates. Hi, I'm not going to hurt you.
Guaramonte!
Is that where you're from? Coramonte City?
Guaramonte! Guaramonte!
Okay, okay. What does this key unlock?
Huh?
Oh,
Hey,
this.
you're manacled. Who did this? That big thug? I'm gonna set you free, okay?
Oh, manacle. Oh, okay, okay. I thought his legs didn't work.
Hey, come back here!
That's what the key was for. Why did they have him imprisoned? Well, great.
The little guy had gone to ground amongst the stack of crates. All the crates were firmly sealed.
I'm guessing he would have just kept screaming Quaramante? Quara... Okay, I guess it doesn't say anything.
It was an elevator. I couldn't pry the doors apart with my bare hands. There was usually an easier way to do it.
Alright, let me think. I want to open the elevator door. How do I do that? Alright, let's try to reason this out. Okay, this
It was
joke
the
has gone
button
on
to call the
for too long.
elevator.
What was... okay. So it uses a pulley system? Or a weight system? Or whatever system?
Just in time. Interrupting the beam of light kept the doors from closing and stopped anyone from using the elevator. But what now?
Now we use panties.
Not such a good idea.
Alright, fine. The cap?
That wouldn't...
Of course it would work.
That would...
Dude, do you even know?
No. Not such a... It was a device to prevent the elevator doors closing. Holding my hand in front of the eye would stop the doors from closing, but I couldn't stay like that forever.
So what do you want from me?
The crate bore the familiar logo of Condor Transgal...
Push the crate? Could have just used...
There. That would keep the doors from closing.
Yeah. And all these devices I tried to put would have worked as well.
The crate was labeled Danger. Live contents. Do not drop. There were small holes in the top and sides and scratchy noises coming from inside.
Anyway, let's open it. Okay.
But decided not to risk dropping it and meeting the live contents.
You have
It
no
was a
proof that
large
it's alive.
With no label. No chance. Whatever those crates contained, they were heavy.
Can I open this crate?
I couldn't move the crate until I'd blocked the light beam with something else.
Alright,
The
fine.
statue looked way too heavy for me. The statue looked as if it was Central or South American in origin. It was a pulley attached to a long rail which ran the length of the building. It wasn't much use, though. No rope. There wasn't much I could do with a pulley that didn't have any rope. It was a hydraulic hand cart.
Is that really what they are called? Pallet carrier, okay.
There wasn't enough room to move the handle.
Oh, alright, it's... okay, okay.
The window was not designed to open.
But we can look through it.
There was no way to open that window.
Or through it. through
I
it.
realized the doors must lead to a loading platform high above the dockside. A sturdy beam
Ow.
was jammed across the
Jesus.
doors.
Just try to reach for
These
my
doors were
phone.
not going to open.
Alright. But can I move? I guess I can't. Let me think and let me just move a bit to make my hand survive. Alright.
There wasn't much I could do with a pulley that didn't have any rope.
Now that I've got to the upper floor, I'm stuck. What do I do now? Good question. Wait. Complete 33%. Is that the full game? Alright. Alright. Let's try to move it again.
I didn't want to risk dropping the crate and releasing its live contents.
Come on, it's fine.
The crate was labeled. The statue looked way too heavy for me to move.
Just push it over. Come on. Oh. Okay. What was the problem here?
These doors were not going to open.
Okay.
There was no way to open that window.
Oh no, don't tell me. Panties on the pulley. Okay, thank God.
The
Manacles.
short chain stopped the cuffs reaching from the statue to the winch.
Hmm.
The short chain stopped the cuffs reaching from the statue to the...
I have no idea.
The crate bore the familiar logo of Condor Transglobal, but no clues to its contents.
Just open it.
There wasn't enough room to move the handle.
Okay.
It was the set of manacles I'd removed from the little Indian's ankles. It was the metal cone I'd taken from the chimney of the watchman's hut. It was that itsy-bitsy... It was my lucky piece of coal. It was the box of biscuits I'd taken from the watchman's hut. Gourmet dog. The snack your dog would bake himself. Sure, as if I'd let a stupid dog loose in the kitchen. There was a cute picture of a boxer dog wearing oven mittens.
What? Looks more like just a dog holding a bone, a fake bone in his mouth. All right. Question mark. You could try shedding some light on the...
I couldn't move the...
Oh, what's this?
Nothing happened. That was probably because the elevator was already on this floor.
Alright, I'm shedding light.
I noticed a faint mark on the wooden floor. There was an arc-shaped scratch on the floor, as if a door had been opened in the nearby wall. There didn't appear to be any difference in the paneling of this part of the wall.
What about this very obvious crack?
My fingers traced the outline of a secret door in the wall. Then I found a small round stud, which was set flush to the surrounding wooden paneling. Just as I'd hoped. A secret room.
Or just a regular room?
Nico!
You have unlocked the bonus cosmetic artwork. You have unlocked. Unlocked. Sorry, what? Bonus artwork? A fetish. Oh, nice.
It was a grotesque little statue of a figure carrying a shield and a spear.
And I'm not gonna king shame anyone. If that's what you're into. Just gonna grab this one.
Will you look at this?
Oh my goodness.
It was a small statue of a kneeling figure in an ornate headdress. The head was hideous, with huge staring eyes set in a decomposing face.
Hey! Somebody's marketing Labino dolls.
Nico was trussed up like a chicken, but she didn't appear to be harmed. It was a short length of rope tied tightly around Nico's slim wrists. Hold still. This might hurt a little.
Ow!
Ow.
Think yourself lucky you don't have a mustache.
About time. You could at least have helped me before grabbing everything you could find.
Not so loud. They'll hear you.
Get these ropes off me right now.
You know, the mood you're in, maybe that's not such a good idea.
Where's Pablo, the big guy?
Out cold. Too much wine doesn't agree with him. Are you okay?
Of course I'm not okay. Untie me this instant.
I want to talk to you about something first.
What?
Get me out of this chair.
Soon, wait,
What?
calm down.
Get me out.
Alright, fine.
That look in her eyes told me I'd better get those ropes untied, and fast. It was a short...
Nice. Some free rope.
There. How you feeling?
Oh, thanks, Georges. How on earth did you find me?
I knew Ubier had been in Marseille.
Is that the same
But
voice
never
actress?
mind about me. How about you tell me exactly what's going on, starting with that Mayan stone?
Maybe not
I
here.
picked it up from one of Karzak's men in Paris. I was expecting a consignment of narcotics.
Drugs?
Yes. The proof I needed to expose Karzak's smuggling operation. I'd set it up to act as his courier, and once I had the proof, I planned to go straight to Inspector Mou. But instead of the dope I
What, Inspector Moo?
they sent me that stone instead. And to find out more, I called Professor Oublier, who invited me to his mansion. At least, I thought it was Oublier.
I don't get it. If Karzak's business is drugs, why is he so desperate to get his hands on that stone?
Maybe it has some significance to the local people in Central America. It could be Karzak's means of getting them to work for him. Anyway, we've got to get out of here.
Was a bit distracted, so... Did she say
Nico,
Inspector
wait.
Moo?
We can't use the elevator. If that thug Pablo's recovered, he'll be waiting for us.
We've got to do something. Where does that door lead to?
I'm not sure.
Can we open it together?
These doors were not.
Alright, fine. Can we chat? Let's start with...
I found these in your bag.
Oh, they were a gift.
I know. I read the note.
God knows what was going through Andre's mind.
I think that's quite plain enough.
I'm just gonna keep it.
Look, the little guy downstairs was chained up with these.
That must have been Pablo's doing. I don't blame him, though. That little guy is dangerous.
You're still sore about that poison dart?
Of course I'm sore.
Have you any idea who this little statue is supposed to be?
I'm not very well acquainted with Mayan deities, George. But whatever his name, he sure is ugly.
Do you recognize this?
Is that the dart which knocked me out?
That's right. I kept it as a souvenir. Did that Indian guy mistreat you?
If you forget about the abduction, verbal threats, and bondage, no.
Well, what about the little guy?
I don't think he knows where he is or what he's doing here. The big guy, Pablo, he brought Titipoco from the jungle.
Titty what?
Titipoco. That's what I heard Pablo call the dwarf.
Did I hear you refer to Inspector Moon?
Yes, you remember him?
Well, of course I do. But I thought he was dead.
Oh no, he reappeared after the broken sword case had blown over.
What?
When he found out who was in with the Neo-Templars, he went into hiding. Moon
Oh.
knew more than was good for him.
Does he know about our involvement with the case?
If he does, he's not telling.
Thank God.
Still,
he's
he got a sudden promotion.
It broke my heart when I learned that he died last
Did you know
game.
Ubier's wife was a film star?
No, I didn't know he was married. What happened to her?
She died. In mysterious circumstances, apparently.
How mysterious.
I heard she was murdered. Possibly by Ubier himself.
A murderer, huh? André said he was something of a celebrity.
Tell me about this Karzak guy.
Well, I saw him for only a few minutes, but he frightened me. I got the impression that Pablo was nervous when he was around too. His eyes, they're like a wild animal's, like a tiger. That's what scared me most about him. He looked so unpredictable and dangerous.
Okay, tell me what you know about Condor.
Condor Transglobal exports Aztec and Mayan relics from Central America to Europe. But that's just a cover for the real business. Drug smuggling.
What proof do you have?
Nothing yet.
Do you know where Condor is based?
In Central America. A place called Quaramonte.
I saw that name on a
Quaramonte.
docket downstairs.
Right?
I decided to leave the electric...
What is
I
it?
decided to leave the electric eye alone.
Alright, but I haven't decided to do that. Ask Nico to stand there
I couldn't move the crate until I blocked the light beam with something else.
with Nico. Just have her.
There was nothing else I...
Okay. Can she help me with the crate at least?
I didn't want to risk drop...
Wow. Very useful person. What do I have? Oh, tape.
Hopefully, the tape would prevent those doors from closing and stop the Indian from being able to call the elevator.
Now we're playing puzzle games. Block games. Move this. Move that. Move this. Then we'll lift this.
The pallet rose about 6 inches off the floor, and I said a silent prayer to whoever had discovered the power of hydraulics.
What on earth are you doing?
No
Trying
idea.
to raise the statue so I can hook it to that pulley.
For some
Is
reason.
that really going to help us?
I like to keep myself occupied in times of stress.
That does kind of explain things.
It would be much easier to attach the rope to the statue first.
Fine. Wait, can I use the chain first? Manacle?
The short chain stopped the cuffs reaching.
Right, fine. Missed it? you're just gonna hang it like that?
The rope was attached around the neck of the statue.
And now we remove the pallet carrier, right? And do we move the statue? Do we throw it against the door?
It was too heavy for me to move on my own.
Of course. Wait, can I talk to her?
Could
Yeah.
you give me a hand to push this statue?
What for?
This, my dear, is our passport to freedom.
If you say so, dear.
Okay, push!
Not even a countdown?
Great teamwork.
Nice to be working with you again, Mr. Stobart.
Not even a senor? Stobart? Sorry, I had to finish the sentence. Is a rope here?
A cable stretched way out across the docks to a building in the distance. I thought about hanging from the cable with my bare hands, but it was too far to the other end of the cable to escape that way.
Alright. I guess manacles.
Nico, I have a great idea.
Yeah. I'm not sure about this. Back in Paris.
George, where have you been?
Never mind that. Do you have the Mayan stone?
Maybe I have, but,
Don't argue, André. Give the stone to George.
well, of course. If you say so, Nicole.
Thank you so much, Andre.
George, he told me you'd been kidnapped, my dear. I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
Oh, but it was true. If it hadn't been for George, I wouldn't be here now.
It's not finished yet. Karzak's thugs will be back for that stone, you can bet. The best lead that we have is Caramonte City.
Caramonte is in Central America. That's where Ubier gets his artifacts.
That's all we needed to know. Come on, George.
A few days
Caramonte,
later.
the traveler's rear entrance to Central America. Well, that's how it was translated in the brochure. We didn't know what we were looking for, but the offices of Condor Transglobal seemed a good place to start.
I guess I should end it here.
Hey, it's market day. I don't see any cabs. Let's ask someone how to get to Quaramonte City.
Okay. Keep your eyes peeled for any sign of Condor Transglobal.
Just waiting for the cutscene to be over. Alright. Well then. Gonna have to check what's wrong with the audio. And how to fix it. For the next time. Because I don't know if changing the game capture to mono audio is a good solution. Anyway, so I'm going to try to stream in the morning during the weekday, but I can't promise that I'll be awake for that. Worst case, you'll see me on the weekend, like right now. Yeah, I'll see you next time, whenever that next time will happen. Let me look at this. Could I speak to Nico Collard, please? Who am I? I'm George Stobart. Who is that? Hospital? Oh, Andre. Andre Lobino. I should have known. Nico. Oh, sorry. Nico is out on a store. Should I talk like... No, I shouldn't. On a story. What do you want, George? I'm very busy here. Nico wanted to know how my father was. Will you tell her? Tell her... Yes? Tell her what, George? Tell her it looks like I won't need to be in New York for much longer. Oh, okay, I'll tell her that. Click. I discovered a drug operation being run in the suburbs of Paris by a gangster called Karzak. Okay, let's check out the cargo. The boss will be here soon. He was bringing the stuff in through a bogus import company specialized in objects. Dart? What? In objects the art? Beautiful, aren't they? Busting the operation would make a great story for my newspaper. Wait, who's the protagonist here? But I need evidence. Even better on the inside, eh? And timing was everything. What the? That and the good cover story. Oh, it's Nico's perspective. I could have snuck up and blown you all away before you even knew I was here. You guys are lucky I'm not from the southern mob. And who the hell are you, sister? My name is none of your business. I'm Monsieur Karzak's new logistics coordinator. He needs to see the merchandise, but he's heard reports of a double cross by the Colombians and doesn't want to risk coming here in person. So the camouflage worked good. Wait, sorry. Hey, how do we know you're not a cop? So the camouflage worked good. If I was the law, I would have seized the consignment from the SS Diogenes when it docked yesterday, idiot. Or when you picked it up there from... How do you pronounce that word? Key 18. Now I'll take that package for the boss to check. Thanks. Wait here for your orders. Jesus, so much to read. I imagine I made sure that they won't be going anywhere for a while. Plenty of time for me to check out the evidence and call Inspector Moo. At least that was the plan. But then Karzak showed up. It was time to get moving before everything blew up in my face. I knew Karzak was a violent criminal. Boss, that was quick. I only just gave the package to your logistics coordinator. Logistics coordinator? What are you talking about? But I had underestimated his murderous temper. You fool. I have no logistic coordinator, Craig. How to tell that he is the bad guy. And that was no ordinary package. You two better get it back, or you'll be next. Bada. Crack. Lucky for me that Karzak had been in too much of a hurry to lock his car. Hey, look! Get down! Whomp. Something about the package I'd got didn't feel right. Once I'd put some distance between me and Karzak, I ripped it open. And realized that this was about more than just drug smuggling. By the time I dumped the car, I just wanted a hot bath and a glass of wine. I needed time to think. Police are investigating reports of gunfire and explosions in an industrial area of southern Paris. Hello? But I was out of luck. Oh, you're still here. Of course. Enjoying your new TV and waiting to enjoy your company. Why is it in my house? I mean, in her house. Oh, the TV. Thanks for installing that. I read it strangely. No problem. What have you got there? I'm not sure. I just know that it's valuable. I think I can help you again. It's a Mayan ritual statue. Stone. I can't even read. From the classical period. About 200 years ago. Because for some reason, you know, the two Frenchmen are talking in English to each other with accents. If you need to know more, there must be an expert at my university that I could put you in touch with. That would be great. Which one am I supposed to read first? Which am I supposed to... This is higher up. Bien sûr. Oh, and that reminds me. Meanwhile, perhaps you could keep the stones safe. Okay, I should have read that first. I have something for you. For me? You shouldn't have. What's the accent I'm even doing? Oh, it's just a little gift for a beautiful woman. No, I mean, you really shouldn't have. What is the accent I'm doing? I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. I'm very tired. Thanks for everything. Like, I'm giving up. Before you go, Andre, did anyone phone while I was out? No. No one phoned. Continued in the game. So that was the prequel to the sequel game. Alright. I could stall for 2 minutes just to get the stream on to 2 hours. Let me look at the options. Audio. Right, nothing here. Screen resolution, nothing here. Language, nothing important. Hotspots, allow widescreen. Credits. Look, I finished the game. Okay, it's gonna be hard to stall. Alright, so you can check my schedule if you want to see at what times I usually stream. They're not they're not promising a stream at that specific day, just that if I stream at that day, it's gonna be around that time. Capiche? Anyway, so yeah, just gonna end the stream very slowly so that I can get that 2-hour mark, just cause it looks nicer. Yeah, so I'll see you when I see you. Hopefully, yeah. So I didn't really feel like streaming in the weekday because 1, I'm tired, and 2, I guess I was a bit nervous to start a new game and have short amount of time to play. So I decided to play on a weekend instead to what's the word? To have more time to play, just in case the intro is long, and for whatever reason I couldn't play yesterday. Anyway, all right, 2-hour mark is over. So I'll see you. Have a great day. Bye. 1, 2, 3.